And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 33. So we're officially in our 3Ds. Get it? No, I'm just kidding. That's a corny, terrible, unscripted joke. But no, it's good to be in episode 33 because we are 70 episodes away from hitting episode 100, which is the goal of the show currently right now. So I hope everyone had a great day. Hope everyone had a great weekend before we got to this day, obviously. Hope everyone had a good time at work, whether you're commuting back and forth, obviously. And yeah, yesterday we celebrated me doing content creation for 9 years. So next year, when we have our 10th year anniversary, going to invite on Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Nina Infinity, Nerdrotic. Okay, who else is there? Probably invite on every single person that I left prior to meeting you people. So
right.
yeah, that would probably not go up very well. People think I had problems with people before. It wasn't really that. It was more like, how would I say this? God, I'll just be very discreet. How will I say this? I'm classy now. I'm not a drama person ever, honestly, unless we're talking about celebrities, and at that point, I don't care. Those people were just stupid. They were just like one of those people where it's like, the louder they were talking, they felt like their point mattered more. And it's like, okay, that's just so fucking cringe. It's just so trash. So no, I like the people we have now, and we're going to make some good content for everyone. That's what I want, you know? And I know you guys like when we talk about the news and clip it out for videos, and just in case you can't watch the show live, because I know like if you're at work, sometimes like your cellular service can't give you the live feed because of how much you're probably paying for your bill. I was thinking to kind of spice it up a bit. It's kind of like when you're with your wife for a little bit, missionary's not doing it for you, you know, and you're like, hey, honey, can I try he's cowgirl something, right? Give me a bone. And she's like, sure. So what we're going to do is something that I had an idea for a long time ago, because there could be days or weeks where there's just like no news. So we just kind of spice it up a bit. So we spice it up a bit by reviewing movies or TV shows or anime, actually. And since I'm the leader, hot, sexy Riz Master, easily lady getter, you know, tall, successful, charismatic, easy on the eyes, you know, all that stuff. I'll be deciding what we review. Now, I promised Darnell we'll do the union first. So the panel shows moving forward, as everyone knows, is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and we have the one-on-one with me and Savage Hour where we talk comic books, honestly. So I don't know what day people generally want to do the movie one. We'll probably do it Wednesday, because like Monday is usually when a lot of news happens. We'll cover it then, or probably do it Wednesday or Saturday. So I'll probably run a poll on Twitter. What is the first movie people want? These are going to be really, really popular ones anyway. I think I'll do Halloween-themed ones. I'll do like The Descent, maybe. Maybe we'll do like Scream, the first Scream movie, which people know I absolutely love the Scream movies. Oh my God. I don't care if some are bad. I love that shit. What's your favorite scary movie? That shit is fire no matter what movie it is. So probably do it Halloween.
The fact that none of them were prepared in any way, shape, or form for anything bad happening. Dude, there are blades all over my house. Don't care which way they're coming in. I'm going to have something to take care of the son of a bitch. Those fucking girls were just stupid and ill-prepared.
Oh God! And for an anime, people wanted me and James to watch and review all the seasons of One Piece. Oh my God, that's just crazy. Okay, so we'll probably just
you should just wait. You should wait till Wit does their remake.
Fuck all that. Hot rich man waits for nobody. We just get in there and we get all the way in and we just keep going. That's how you do it.
Well, no, you either do it with One Piece or you do it with the new Wit version, so you don't have to deal with all the filler.
I'll be honest here. I grew up watching it. I don't care as much, honestly. I'll go through the entire thing. But then again, if I'm doing this with somebody, then, you know, it does depend on what they want to. So I'll probably do like 2 movies. I'll probably throw them out there and see which ones people want us to review or watch. With TV shows, people also, generally...
Nate and I were talking about doing Fairy Tale. So maybe
I do have the omnibus for that. Yeah. I think I have this right here.
And he's gone.
I bought the Fairy Tale omnibus. I haven't got a chance to read it yet, but this is very thick. You know, it's crazy. People understand manga's not only beating comics in sales too. Guys, their mangas are bigger and cheaper too. This is like less than $20. This is like $15. Really? $10, honestly. Yeah, even the manga omnibuses are cheaper. They're well, they used to be called 3-in-1s, but now they're directly just called omnibuses. But it's a word lingo. So yeah, TV shows, people generally like people watching the newest stuff, which can be very hit or miss. I think it'd be mostly me and Gray doing that. I don't mind watching something very bad like Agatha, but then again, I was someone where I was there watching these shows.
You're just uncultured. It's great.
No, I was like sitting there watching these shows the night they dropped. Like back when they started doing this with WandaVision, the episode would drop like 12 for us and 3 for like people on the East Coast. I'm watching these. We did it for so many shows. We did it up until like She-Hulk season 1. I got to like episode 6 and I was like, I'm just done doing this. Because like I mentioned in previous other shows, it's the same feeling every single fucking time. Like I could have just watched this, just binged it later on if I really wanted to. But TV shows.
I'm sorry, I was a She-Hulk fan in the 90s. I could not watch that show. I literally thought I was going to have like, I don't know, an epileptic seizure because it was so bad. That was not.
Yeah, I'm not defending
that. Was not the character that I fell in love with as like a mentor. Like she was so badass.
Yeah.
And she was badass before she became She-Hulk. She always wanted to be a hero, so she became a prosecutor because it was the closest she could get to being a hero. This whole, I don't want to have powers. I don't want to have to use them. Fuck that. That's not who she was at all.
Yeah, like for me, I like She-Hulk as well as a character. I like different variations of her story arcs. There was the one I really liked. I think, it was a Fantastic Four one where it was revealed that this is why certain female characters were written better back then, because she likes being She-Hulk. Bruce doesn't really like being Hulk as much. There's a completely different contrast in their characters. Like Kara is different from Clark, very different, honestly. And I was like WandaVision, I'll give it props a little bit. It started out a little bit better than I thought, but then it just teetered off into shit. Just went completely off the rails. And all the Disney Plus shows do that. Mandalorian and fucking
I disagree.
Mandalorian. Oh my god, Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. Oh my god, those are just so bad.
The first 2 seasons of Mandalorian weren't bad. But
you think I was watching
Andor kicked ass?
You think I was watching Andor after Obi-Wan?
I heard a lot of people say that. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I heard a lot of people say that the one thing that wasn't bad was Andor.
You scared MSK away. Fair enough. If you didn't hate Rogue One, it's in that vein, but way better.
Okay.
But not everything is a hit. They've made a lot of weird, interesting choices, and they were not successful.
By weird, he means bad. That's what he really means.
Did you guys hear about the transgender clone trooper? Are we going to have time to touch on that?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
MSK is going to want to touch on it.
Oh, no.
It's a clone, for Christ's sake.
Right, but it's a trans. This one's trans.
No.
No. See, Tiny, you're not listening. But this one is trans. It's very important. And I know it's never been established in the lore prior to this. And I know that all the clone troopers are like uniform and they struggle with their sense of individuality. And that's the whole fucking point. But
every single one of them is exactly the same, except for the Bad Batch. And every one of the other clones hates the Bad Batch.
Well, this one is trans. And it's got...
And don't call them part of the Bad Batch. Otherwise, it's...
No, this is the better batch, is the trans one.
Dude, I don't know if you saw the other one. So they had the transgender fucking stormtrooper, which is really stupid because they mostly keep their helmets on, and these things can't aim for shit. Then you had that Marvel's Ultimates freaking Hawkeye, the one that was non-binary with 2 spirits inside of it. Oh my!
No. My favorite thing about that is the amount of legitimate Native Americans. And there's a one guy. He's like in his 70s or 80s, and he does a lot of Cherokee stuff specifically. But they're all saying this is not a thing. This is not a Native American thing. This is not something we believe. This is being pushed on us as something we believe, and it's not real. Like there are so many Native American historians and or experts and like people who are trying to save their actual culture, and this shit is getting shoved into it that it never existed. That's fucked up. You don't get to fuck with someone else's culture, history, and religion just to make yourself feel better. You're not two-spirited. You're stupid.
A trans stormtrooper
you saw how
sounds like a South Park or Family Guy skid.
It does.
Hey, cat.
It does. But I mean,
The
like
whole-
you saw how
the
amazing
whole pussy cat.
Hawkeye's aim was with one spirit. Now imagine with two.
Right.
I love when they
No,
turn a
can
character
someone tell me why we haven't
non-binary.
seen Thunderbird? He was
Hmm.
gay, Native American, and a fucking badass. Why didn't they bring him out?
Gosh, man.
No, they keep creating these characters that never fucking existed, and because none of them have any creativity, we don't get anything good out of it.
So I will say this. I will cover this a little bit more when I'm talking to Savage on Sunday, because that's when we usually cover comic book news. But I wanted to bring up just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because under the thread that those threads are, whoo, you will see some of those retarded people I've ever witnessed on planet Earth reading through those threads. And I read through a lot of them because I try to make sure I get what the average person is saying. So I want to just tell people this. That's not creating a new character. That is just taking the Hawkeye mantle and giving it to some fucking weirdo that nobody cares about, right? That's just, for being completely honest here, nobody's going to remember that version of Hawkeye. And, you know, Kate Bishop is essentially just a girl Hawkeye. She'll be remembered more because people actually like that character, right?
Because that character wasn't created by talentless
What?
hacks. It was created by people who actually cared about the comic books.
The other thing to bring up specifically is people going, well, they can't reveal everything about the character. You wouldn't read the comic book. First of all, that is just the lowest crock of shit ever, because you, the person that said that, aren't reading it. I can tell when someone's read comics because I'll know what they're saying. I can understand where they're coming from, but I will know if someone read it. I can tell that person that said that isn't going to read it. They're one of those people that do this thing on comics Twitter where they're like, I think this is a good idea. You going to buy that book? Well, you know, like economy, Biden, inflation, Kamala Harris, fucking hell, dude. You going to buy it or not? It's a yes or no question, which is usually never no. So it's these people that like have this need to like defend something when they have no real basis of understanding to defend it. It's stupid. I've never did that. I'm not defending something just because I feel like doing it. Is there an actual legit reason to defend this? There isn't. It's just like the only possible angle people could bring up is that it is in a alternate universe that's not the main one. If someone says that, that's understandable because, to be fair, it's not the main universe. Go ahead with that. But even if that's true, that's still a stupid idea. First of all, a character being non-binary. Okay, so he's a dude. Really? We're really doing that now? You know, like,
Well, technically, he's not a dude.
Fuck
He's
off.
non-binary.
Oh my god, you guys break my brain again.
I like Walter's response is he actually supports trans stormtroopers because it's hilarious.
Oh god, imagine, like, here, I'll bring it up just a second so people can see it. I know Savage Dad's. I don't know if is Savage Dad Native American. Honestly,
I have no idea.
What
Wouldn't
is he?
surprise me. A lot of people have some that don't show it at all, and a lot of
Drunken Emerald is, right? I'm pretty sure Drunken Emerald is. That guy looks like he's Indian.
Oh, my grandfather used to say all the time that we had Native American blood, but he was not the nicest person, so the way he said it wasn't the best way. But my uncle's now started like going all in on that our Native American past, and I'm getting all sorts of shit on Facebook all the time telling me that I should be supporting my Native American past that I never had any idea I had. I mean, I've got a member from like my dad's history and my mom's history that both go back to the boat that came right after the Mayflower, the second boat that was captained by the brother of the one who captained the Mayflower. And so I probably have a lot of different shit in my genes I don't know about.
I mean, it's low-hanging fruit, but I'm sure MSK also has shit in his genes.
You said she has low-hanging fruit. What is she, sagging or something? What the hell?
No, that's not what he meant.
You would never know.
Tiny, I bet your fruit hangs great. It's like
I've
perky and taut.
I can concur. Looks great. God, you guys are killing me tonight. Don't do this. I'm gonna break in half. Her mom like tore my asshole apart, and then this happens. Fucking crazy.
I was respectfully, I was kind of bricked up listening to that. I'll be honest with you. That was fucking brutal. There's something about a woman just degrading a man right in front of me that just
I love it. I'll be honest here.
my heart pumping.
If a woman has
Goodness gracious,
balls,
bro.
if a woman has like the cojones or balls to challenge me, I'm like, okay, you know what? You're a woman, but I respect you more a little bit, even though you might be wrong, obviously, because women are always wrong, and being wrong is for women.
No, I love it. I love it when a woman is just quoting my inner monologue back to me. It's just saying foul shit about me. That feels, oh man, that's my kick.
Okay, so I will save this for Savage Dad, but I wanted to show people that are just not comic book fans as much as some of us are. This is why comic books don't sell. This. So the design is actually really cool. I really do like the design. I think it looks fantastic, but it doesn't matter because you read this. Marvel Comics has officially unveiled its new Hawkeye. Charlie Ramsey, that sounds gay as fuck, a Native American who is non-binary and identifies as Two-Spirit. Ramsey is Marvel's first ever non-binary character to take on the mantle of a legacy hero.
Wait, I'm sorry. What about that Sunfire bitch who they always want me to be connected to because she's a spider person? Wouldn't she have been first?
Well, wasn't she the first paraplegic? I don't know the rules anymore.
She's trans. I really hate that everybody thinks that I'm supposed to connect with her because of my wheelchair.
Okay, I will say this: I'm not the biggest guy on Native American history. I only seen John Redcorn and King of the Hill, and I've seen Pocahontas. Right?
That's pretty accurate, though.
What does a Two-Spirit mean? I'm genuinely asking. I honestly do not know.
Okay, it's not a Native American thing. They try to make it Native American because it could have sound something that a Native American might believe, because they used to have, some tribes had spirit animals, and so if you were two-spirited, that meant you were one with your spirit animal, and that spirit animal could overtake you. Very similar to the way the Vikings had berserkers that would be connected to wolf spirits or bear spirits. But to say I'm two-spirited because I'm non-binary, meaning that there's two human souls inside your fucking body, is just stupid.
This is made up by white academics in the 90s. Yep. like that's the truth. Like, all this shit is just made up by people who have never left they got to a university and they got shoved into a locker by a football player. And they're like, I'm never gonna leave this place. And they started making up theories about how the world works. And I doubt that the people who came up with this idea, I doubt they even consulted one real Native American person. I don't think
they always say they do, but they don't. They're full of shit.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm surprised at how pro-trans Hawkeye's original costume was. Like, look at this. There aren't that many changes. Like,
no, that's true.
It doesn't have the wings.
Hawkeye's costume was like that because he was part of the evil circus. It was part of his history.
Right.
This dude's just wearing purple and blue because he wants to.
Like, I will say, I think the design looks absolutely awesome. But if you're trying to get someone invested into a character, which is already a knockoff of an original, the first guy to do it, Hawkeye, this doesn't get you interested. Like Hypnotic, this is I guess the perfect comment for it. Thanks for showcasing this new character. I was so happy to learn about his skills, abilities, and backstory. It sounds riveting. I can't wait to read more. Oh wait, never mind. All I learned was that he has a mental illness, that he is a part of the new oppression group that white liberals love to utilize for their cause. Oh well.
Hypnotic is right on the money as usual.
All right, and then obviously you have older, disgusting, white, liberal women who probably don't know anything from like the back of their hand. Interesting. I love how little you know about actual indigenous cultures. Many didn't subscribe to the idea of any singular gender.
No, they all did. They all did. Every single one of them.
And how passionate you are about showing your ignorance. Did you save them? Oh God! If you can't appreciate diversity, you have no business being a comics fan. Holy fucking hell! Okay,
also, he didn't actually say anything against this character except the presentation of this character didn't give us skills, talent, backstory, motivation, anything. All you told us was that they're fucking trans and are stupid. I mean,
the sales pitch is that, hey guys, look, we're releasing another diversity hire. So if you read comics for the diversity, then you're going to be happy about this. And it's like, if you're a person who reads comics because it's like, oh, that person has interesting powers, I wonder what they would do in a story. Or, oh, that person has an interesting backstory. If you read comics for any of those things, there's nothing here for you.
Also, the other thing that lady says is the dumbest thing that I always see people say. Well, you should appreciate that comics are now being diverse. Oh, so you mean you don't know jack shit about what you're saying. Comics were literally naturally diverse based off the amount of characters that came out. I mean, golly, hundreds and hundreds of Marvel and DC titles. Comics are even, you would even say, more diverse now with a bunch of other titles that are coming out between Image, Dark Horse, IDW, Boom. What is this notion that these comics weren't ever diverse? Where does that come from? I genuinely want to know, is that just some like coded speech these people have that just throw out randomly? Do people think that just because you don't know anything about a subject that this was never apparent for it? How does that make sense to somebody? Like, use your brain.
They don't read comics. They don't know anything about it, and they see Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman constantly put out there, and they're white, so it's evil. They don't know about Icon. They don't know about Thunderbird. They don't know about Halfling. They don't know about any of them because they never actually read the comics.
That's right. The comic characters that they know about are the ones that have had major motion pictures.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they don't.
Oh, true.
They're not going to know anything because they don't actually engage with the material. So,
and yeah,
I'm sorry. There was nothing more diverse than the fucking X-Men of the 90s. And you had everything from fucking Archangel literally making people believe that he was a fucking angel from God to the Morlocks creating an entire society in the sewers of New York because they couldn't pass. Give me a break.
Not to mention all the genocides.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy because it's people who they have this belief that diversity didn't exist before 2020. And so anything that happened before 2020 must not have been diverse. And of course, people, that's just not true if you actually engage with them. It's the same thing we always talk about how somebody decided that women and black people weren't allowed to be in movies before like last year. And
no, I wanted to title that on that really quickly.
Insulting to every single female who was a lead character, to every single female who was badass and impressive and still had an entire backstory and an entire actual character. And it's insulting to every black actor who did.
Well, black people do deserve less time.
There are so many movies with Sidney Poitier that I find to be some of the best movies ever made in fucking all of Hollywood.
True.
The other thing that I'll bring up here to people is use your common sense, a person that doesn't exist anymore. Just keep in mind, when someone is spouting nonsense to you, really think in your brain, like think in a bigger picture. Stop thinking small. Do you really think that comics that have existed almost since like what, the 40s, 50s or whatever, 30s, probably earliest? You think there have been no diverse characters at all? Really? Do you really
Superman
think
was 38?
You know? Oh, this person says, anything else to say about this character despite being Native American and non-binary? Anything interesting like archery skills, power levels, personality, character arcs, backstory, world building? Yeah, this is interesting stuff people want to know. Not this gay bullshit. You'd know if you grifters actually read comics. I would just say you don't either. And giving, well, a VTuber's opinion shouldn't matter for anything, honestly. Well, they're taking up the mantle of Hawkeye, so it's safe to assume they're good with the bow. Okay, Captain Obvious. Good job. You diagnosed a picture. Good Lord. Well, yep, that's enough brain rot for right there. I'll just say this. I doubt most people on Twitter are reading Marvel's Ultimates anyway. I'm just going to get that stuff in trade. I have not read any issues of it, actually. I'm just going to get it when the trades drop. I have for Ultimate Invasion, the one-shot, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Ultimate X-Men should be coming out very soon, and I'll get that one too. But yeah, that's the reason why comics don't do well when they push new characters, because that's the description they're giving people. And I guarantee you, when you have like people are giving like these what do they call when you give them the shops, like those like solicitations, right? Those promotional descriptions of the characters and stuff. That's their description. You ordering that? That's what's gonna be flying off the shelves in your shop? No, it won't. It's just stupid. But nevertheless, now, Gray, can you turn into a ketchup, please? There you go.
I'm not your servant, okay? I won't just transmogrify on your, I don't know, command? I don't know.
Oh, God.
But sure, catch it.
So, just wanted to have a little bit of fun tonight, Gray being a ketchup. I think ketchup tastes better than mustard. Mustard tastes like actual shit. Like, who wants that on their who wants that on their food? Crazy,
Nobody.
I think your
barbecue
taste buds
sauce is
are
the
broken.
best.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's just sugar and ketchup, essentially.
Yeah.
What is the other ones? Are you a
Mustard
crackhead?
seed and a little bit of vinegar.
Okay.
Perhaps some
Oh
white
my
wine
God.
if you're fancy.
Okay.
Mhm.
You drink white wine? You an alcoholic or something? I know Tiny
Dijon
drinks.
has white wine in it, sir. That's what makes it special.
Yes.
Yeah, Tiny drinks. She's Jewish, so that's just what they do. Honestly.
Hey, we got freaking multiple holidays where we are required to get smashed. I'm perfectly happy with my
How was your
religion
liver not like turned inside
That's
out?
good.
because it's only a couple holidays, and because I don't know, especially the Ashkenazi, they were all fucking stuck in Poland and Russia. They've been drinking vodka since they were 2.
Right.
Oh my God. Whew, would that not fly these days? Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, as people know, James Gunn is now the Kevin Feige of the DCU, along with Peter Safran. And he has a brand new Superman movie coming out in 2025 because, as you guys know, the one with Zack Snyder failed is an understatement. Failed, crashed, and burned. It was a train crash that just exploded constantly. And he casted David Cornsweet as Superman. Actually, I'm gonna be completely honest. I forgot the Lois Lane's actress name. I forgot her.
Sure,
Sorry.
after you saw him on the beach, what more
Yeah,
could you think of?
he was looking pretty juicy. David Cornsweet is pretty attractive. I'm not gay at all.
Well,
I love women.
Supposedly he actually talked to Henry Cavill about bulking up for the role.
There was pictures of him muscular. I don't know why they took them down. Maybe maybe they were fake, but he looked like he was working out. So, you know, I'm that guy. You know, sometimes when I see a train crash, I just got to see it pull through. But I do believe in James Gunn. I truly do. And I'm going to do what you guys usually do. Well, he did Guardians. He did do Guardians, but he also did Peacemaker, which I really enjoyed. He also did the Suicide Squad, not that Will Smith trash one. I really enjoyed that one. I didn't like Guardians 2 as much as Guardians 1, but it's okay. I haven't seen Guardians 3 yet. And this year coming up, he's going to be dropping Creatures Commando. So people generally like his superhero stuff. Now, I get it. I think I don't think it's just him.
But it's not just superhero. It's kind of superhero meets horror, which you're forgetting. He also did like
Commandos
Slither and like a whole
Commandos
bunch
I never
of
saw
those back
Slither.
in the day.
originally.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should, man. It's
I-
Michael Rooker at his finest.
So this is the guy that I don't think it's just him. The reason why people are kind of, you know, apprehensive to the new movie coming out. I think it's just because DC or Warner Brothers as a company has burnt the fans so many times on just bullshit. I really don't think it's him, because if you look at his track record, people do like his stuff. It's not like he's put out something that people just overtly hate. You know, people can criticize his comedy. That's the thing you mostly criticize him for, is just maybe left the comedy a little bit too much. But there were scenes in Peacemaker that showed that when Peacemaker killed his dad, it showed that he can do emotional scenes. And to be fair, Superman is one of the most iconic characters ever made, and it's a lot of people's favorite superhero. So there's not, in my opinion, there hasn't really been a good Superman movie since I guess fucking hell, the first one with Christopher Reeves. I don't really like Superman Returns. I thought that was terrible, honestly. Man of Steel is, as you guys know about Henry Cavill, I don't like that either. Superman 2 is, would you call that good? I've only watched Superman 2 once, Superman 3 once, and Superman 4 once. I watched the original one about a couple times. In my opinion, there hasn't really been a good Superman movie since the first one. So keep in mind, DC hasn't really had much success at the box office recently, given their other movies. And James Gunn, he dropped another photo. Crypto's gonna be in it. Yeah, that dog he has. There you go. Look at this wholesome, sweet picture right here. I love it. I really do. I'm not even trolling. I really do like it. It's a wholesome, sweet picture of a man on the moon looking at the earth he protects with his best friend, man's best friend, cats. No, I like cats.
Weren't you
more.
the same guy upset with the colorism that they made Jon Stewart lighter? So come on, shouldn't that be a yellow lab? And now they're lightening him too.
No, I never always white.
And I don't even know the breed that Crypto is, honestly. I've never known. I watched that series as a kid. I didn't like it as much. It was kind of cringe even for that time period. I watched a few episodes of it. I remember there was an animated Crypto movie that came out a while ago, 2021, 2022, League of Super Pets. I didn't watch it either. Is there a dog that looks like Crypto?
The Rock and Kevin Hart?
Yeah. Where Kevin Hart was the bat dog.
Ace.
He was Ace. Holy crap. Kill me now. Okay. And, you know, I'll be honest here. I'm not the hugest Crypto fan, and it's a dog. This is the one I kind of get. It's a dog. I'd be honest here. I don't care. It's a fucking dog. Okay.
It's
So is he going to factor into the movie, or is this just so the other one
truly don't know.
that they released was kind of the bullshit, like he's putting on his boots and there's like some like whatever
Oh
going on
yeah,
outside the window. Apparently
that
that's
first
not
one
real.
where it was the
I'm-
costume wasn't finished. And oh,
Yeah.
but no, supposedly James Gunn said that he had adopted a dog that had kind of like torn his entire apartment apart or house apart, but learning to get. And he said, "What if this dog actually had superpowers? What would it be like?" And so that's what he used to help write and set up this movie with Crypto is going to be a major part of the movie because of the dog that James Gunn adopted.
Ooh, I wonder about the tone of this one then. So I dig the comedy that James Gunn does, but when you mention the dog and like that premise, I'm thinking it's going to be way more comedic. I don't know if that fits like a Superman premise.
He confirmed earlier today or late last night that Crypto's not going to talk.
No,
even so, like this super dog creating
Cosmo.
havoc. That sounds like it's going to be comical. It doesn't sound like it's going to be Superman. Sorry.
So if Crypto doesn't talk, how does he know that he's supposed to maintain his secret identity when he's
That's true.
When he's dealing with other dogs? You know what I mean? Like, how does he know he's not supposed to like fly? It's like it's supposed to act normal.
Isn't he supposed to be a telepath? Like that okay, so I do believe in James Gunn. I do think he's gonna deliver a good Superman movie, but I think these kind of things are just kind of corny. Like I do agree with Walter. It's why do you need Crypto in the movie? I don't know. I guess it's to show that Superman has some humanity, but Superman would do that in general. Yeah,
personally, with James Gunn doing this, I'm interested because I was actually expecting and hoping for him to do more with Cosmo in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Like we barely saw Cosmo once, and he never got to be like his really funny fucking Russian self. So I'm sorry, a psychic Russian space dog that hangs out in nowhere and like knows everything. Like I love that dog.
Imagine how badass a Zack Snyder Crypto that dog would have. A spray painted 6-pack and would have been beefed up. God, what a Chad Crypto dog that would have been. That dog, I'm not fighting that dog if he's ever in front of me.
I kind of wish I got to see that now. Just a slow-mo ripped dog.
Great idea.
Ace actually is a beefed up Doberman. That's what Ace is for Batman's dog. It is a Doberman.
I will say I like the picture, but then again, PR factor in. These are just pictures, honestly. I think this is cool and wholesome. That's why I like it. It's a cool, nice little cute picture of a man and his dog on the moon. Look at the earth. You guys are heartless out there for not liking this. How terrible are you?
So you mentioned like James Gunn's Marvel ones, but did you ever see James Gunn's first superhero movie?
No.
It's just called Super. It stars Rainn Wilson.
I have seen that.
I
have seen that.
It is dark, man.
Yeah.
I think he could do some really cool things with like Creature Commandos. I think that tone could work really well, especially with what he's doing. But man, I kind of worry for the tone of this Superman thing. I guess I just don't see Superman as like funny. I'm not sure if he was at all involved with that.
Oh no, that was his brother. Yeah. I don't know how much involvement he had on Brightburn. That's kind of the worrying thing is, can he balance out the tones of this? You know, that's the thing is Superman has from like these comics that I've read and Superman material that I've watched. Superman has that kind of humor. It's like, oh, well, that girl just kind of tripped and she, had coffee fall on my shirt. Kind of funny humor. It's like really, I won't say dry. It's kind of like everyday slice of life humor. Like, is that really funny to people? I'm not a 30-year-old white woman, so I wouldn't know.
Man, and the foil to his own alter ego.
Yeah. Snyder would have made a badass Crypto versus the Ace. Oh my goodness. Okay, good gosh.
Crypto and Ace are supposed to be allies. They're not supposed to attack each other.
Well, black and white dog, for sure the black dog's gonna attack the white dog because, hate crimes, obviously.
Except Ace is much more disciplined than Crypto.
Damn it. You're right. What? Of course, the wild. Oh, no, we're not doing the race, dog. We're not doing the racist things for canines around here. I'm not doing that. All right. So, I mean, I have hope with the Superman movie, but then again, I would see a trailer. We're probably going to get a trailer around the Super Bowl, I would imagine. That'd be the best time to drop a trailer. You know what's interesting? That the last trailer that Warner Brothers even dropped at the Super Bowl before, like, their big hiatus was the Flashes. That was the trailer they brought to the Super Bowl after their big long hiatus from not premiering any of them. look how that turned out. And James Gunn, he said that Flash was a great superhero movie.
What?
Holy shit. Yeah. He said it was a good movie. He endorsed it. But then again, this was when he
Did he think it was a good movie, like
DC.
cinematography wise, or did he actually think it was a good plot?
I don't even know if he was just saying that because he had to put out some good PR. Because like DC has always had bad PR based off like rumors, people spreading legit misinformation that's just not even true constantly. If he can be someone where he can just give DC good PR, I think that's a step in the right direction. But then again, DC has burned so many people with so many bad live action projects. Just recently, Joker 2.
Well, what makes a good movie? Would memorable scenes make a good movie?
Plot.
Gray.
That Flash
that I can follow.
Okay,
and
but
get into.
When you're going to ask me the ultimate baby in the microwave scene, I'm going to go to Flash. I mean, I think that is what that movie is known for. If you want to see slow-mo baby in microwave, you got to go Flash.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! No shit!
Did you just say what makes a good movie? Gray, do you know how subjective of opinion that is? Did you just... That's like asking, why is water wet? Or why is the
He
sky...
said it's a good movie. Maybe he's thinking there's a lot of iconic, memeable scenes in this. We've got the next Morbius on our hands.
No, I mean, I'll ask you then. Do you have hope he's going to deliver a decent Superman movie?
I do. I'm just a little concerned with all the elements that I keep hearing. I just wonder what the tone's going to be like. But I think everything else, he's got my trust. I definitely want to see Creature Commandos. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, what can I say? I like the kind of weirder side of comics as opposed to the capes stuff. So whatever, it appeals to me.
And I always tell people this. You know, not every superhero movie has to be some like dreary funeral type tone, like crime against humanity movie. They and the MCU, I like them, but you know, they do this over comedy bit, and they like there's no balance. Like, not every movie has to be like, man, I'm just going to a goddamn funeral. But I also don't want to go to a comedy fest, depending on the character, right? I don't know what the audience wants generally when it comes to this stuff. You know, people want like Sonic. What movies do people want? Like Sonic smoking the doobie or something out in the parking lot?
I mean, kind of, but don't they already have like a Chronic the Hedgehog or something?
Chronic the Hedgehog. Oh my God. Please never say that to me ever again. That sounds like a black Sonic. Holy
green
crap.
No discrimination.
I mean, Jeff the Hawk? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Should we go over Kamala Harris's, interview being cut short?
Yes.
We should.
Do it.
I wasn't aware of this. Does it seem like somebody is helping her out by cutting it short, or just...
Okay, so...
I guess I'm going into this blind.
Long story short, you know that she was not really willing to go on mainstream media interviews, right?
You take that back. Mainstream couldn't handle her.
Okay, so right after that, it's if you believe in polls, it's been showing that she's been losing quite a bit, honestly. Then again, that's if you believe in polls, So she announced that she was going to be going on Fox News to talk to Brett Baer, but it wasn't going to be live, pre-recorded. And there's been some clips that have been released from this said interview.
Well, it is kind of brave, though. Like Trump was getting a lot of credit for actually going into all these interviews where it is kind of the enemy. If it's Kamala going into Fox, like that's more than I thought she'd do. I wouldn't have thought she'd go into enemy territory.
I actually thought she would never do one. She said she was going to go on Joe Rogan. Oh my God. Bless her soul. It's not good.
Well, they're actually talking about Joe Rogan actually hosting both Kamala and Trump. And it's the proof that the independent media has taken over.
Trump did say that when he talked to Tucker Carlson. He even said, you're going to get, I think he said this word for word, you're going to get more views on this platform you have than they're going to have in general for all their content they put out, which is true. Yep. You can, and I wish more of us were as big as that. Could you imagine me just interviewing like Amaranth, like a hot OnlyFans chick, like Joe Rogan style?
I really can't imagine that. No.
You guys are assholes. Holy shit. Fuck. That's like no faith.
Oh, man.
Do you guys not have the faith? You don't have the faith?
No, I don't think you should be anywhere near Amaranth.
She's a woman. Her opinion doesn't really matter. Let's be honest here. Hello, Tiny. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Tiny, don't worry. Hello. So
Life is good, but it can be better.
how was your day, Tiny?
And can we please not have him be in any more movies because he's in every fucking movie and he sucks.
You're done with Pedro Pascal.
If I have to deal with one other person telling me he's a sex symbol, I'm gonna kill them because he is so not in any way, shape, or form.
Yo, listen, did you guys?
You guys are assholes. Fuck off. Okay.
Are you saying you like Pedro Pascal?
No, okay. Did you see season 4 of Game of Thrones where he played Oberyn Martell?
Actually, that's the
Yeah.
only role.
He was badass as
That's
Oberon.
the only role he's ever been in that I actually really liked him and I actually enjoyed him and thought he was attractive in some way.
Yeah, that was so crazy because I liked him so much in that. And I was like, oh my God, I hope I get to see a lot more of this actor. And then I got my wish. I was like, I regret this. I shouldn't have.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd seen him in a couple of things before that and I wasn't a big fan. And then I saw him in Game of Thrones. I was like, shit, this is his role. This is his role. Like, I can feel
Some of the
it.
Mandalorian was pretty cool too. Like him opposite Bill Burr, that one
Sure,
episode
yeah.
where they're going into the whatever enemy base. Man, he can do some good shit, but yeah, I'm over him as well.
Doesn't this make
And
me
I'm
look
sorry,
really
he's
black
not
and
Reed
whitey?
Richards. He's so not Reed Richards.
God, I can't believe Marvel fans were like, "Hey, can you get me John Krasinski?" And I didn't think his performance was all that good, but at least he looked like Reed Richards. But then they killed him off, and I was like, "Well, I guess this franchise just wants to bend me over and just Joker me, crazy."
Frankly, exhausted of Brett.
More than
People are
70% of people
exhausted.
tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've
since-
been the person
Come
holding
on,
the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But you're
people
the
have
lever of
become.
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, Frank.
Theo, what did you want to say? Because I know you want to probably go first.
So you ever okay, this may not be an experience you've had, Tiny, but I know the fellas can relate to this. You ever argue with a woman? You ever argue with a woman and you make a valid point and then she changes the subject to some bullshit that you did before? You guys ever done that?
So like all women.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, well, you haven't been. It's like, hey, who's this dude that you've been texting? You have like a 3,000 snap score with him. Who is this guy? and then she's like, well, how come you haven't done the dishes? What's going on with that?
Okay, for what I learned, women generally get more mad at guys if the guy did something wrong to them. They'll hold on to that. So let's just say hypothetically, me and Tiny are married, and one night I didn't do the dishes. And then we argue like 2 months later on down the road, and she says, "Well, you didn't do the dishes for me." She was mad about the dishes, but that thing is what kind of broke the camel's back, kind of thing.
You're looking at it a different way. I think you just store it up in the vault and then you judo into, you use the own momentum of the argument to just shift it. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't do this. I think it's awesome.
So
It's
what's crazy
very
about
skilled.
What's crazy about that is like she's been saying for a while, people have been asking her, how are you different from Joe Biden? And she's like, more of the same, baby. I've been a part of the whole Biden presidency and things are going great. And so Brett Baer asks a very reasonable question in a very reasonable tone, which is like, okay, so here's the opinion poll that says people think the country's on the wrong track. Electing you would be more of the same. How is that persuasive? Please square this circle. And she's like, Donald Trump has been in America also. So why aren't we talking about Donald Trump? And he's like, because he wasn't in charge. And then this does not seem like a person who's prepared to be president, is what I'm saying.
Also, and I'm sorry, I don't think that a lot of young men, black, white, or anything else, don't want to be president because they're afraid of having a female president. But I'm sorry, the fact that nobody is talking about the way the rest of the world will see a female president, especially this in particular female president, because she ain't no fucking Margaret Thatcher.
Right.
And I'm sorry, most of the world's leaders are going to look at her and fucking laugh, and then we will have had no respect whatsoever. She could even fucking fire a nuke, and people won't respect her as someone who has power.
Mm-hmm.
She's too fucking stupid. I do not understand how this woman ever was a prime. She's too dumb to fucking live.
That's how I feel about most women. Just
Oh,
that was a layup right there. You had to give me that one. You had me credit for that one. Come on. That was
and like, I think you could probably. There's probably a woman who would be good at being president, but the ones that they want to let be president are not good at it. So, like this one, I don't. She's just like, I just think she'd be really bad at being president. Like, it doesn't.
Really bad at being vice president.
Actually, that 60-minute interview, I think you guys were here for, or I think most of you guys were here for. One of the answers that she gave when we played it on stream, they had to edit it. So we actually watched the edited answer. I don't even know what the real answer was.
Oh, I saw the real answer, and then I saw the edited answer, and they were completely.
I mean, in her defense, she doesn't know the real answer either.
Yeah. You know, I guess, you know, once a time, a famous guy called I'm a Cutie Pie said, if the enemy team doesn't know what the fuck you're doing, then you can win. Walter says, nothing more useless than a random ass survey from a small sample size from a single college. Let's say, for instance, you pulled data from 100% of colleges. It's still not really informing you on the large because you're still on looking at a niche audience. If we're talking general intelligence, neither of these candidates are particularly smart. I think JD Vance is a little bit more articulate than Trump can be. You know, that's my opinion, honestly. But then again, I doubt they're going to lose anyway. Honestly.
So let me sorry. Tell me what you guys think about this. I want to run. So the polling question is interesting because the polls, a lot of the polling services are saying it's going to be really close, or they're giving a slight edge to Kamala. But the Vegas odds makers are saying that Trump is the favorite to win, and I think that's super interesting.
Well, a lot of people. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that people won't necessarily honestly tell a stranger who they're actually going to vote for. They'll tell them who they think they want to hear that they're going to vote for.
Yeah.
And then they'll go and actually vote for some.
Sure.
But
I don't know. The odds makers are like greedy little goblins. Like, they only care about money. So they have don't have a dog in the fight other than making money. So they don't have a reason to release the odds incorrectly. Whereas the people who run these polling services are all in the tank for Kamala. Like, they're ideologically motivated, even if they don't want to be, then that affects everything they do. So I don't know, man. It just, the other thing that makes this a weird election cycle is that I think it's impossible to get good information. Like, I have no idea what's going on, and I have no idea how to tell, other than, like, if I don't see the candidate talking, right, that I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, people talking about the candidates, it feels like, I have no way of knowing if I'm receiving accurate information or not. I feel thoroughly underinformed,
But you call Donald Trump. You call Donald Trump. He's misguided. You say now
he's unstable. He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this.
Either it's Joe Biden. That's the person that you're working for right now. What?
Many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience.
He's still trying to say this shit.
To do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions on behalf of the American people.
There were no concerns raised?
Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's not on the ballot because you took his place because supposedly he's too fucking mentally infirm. So if you're still saying that he's perfectly fine, then Just
This is
it's
terrible.
beyond a lie. You're just beyond stupid. You're like, oh.
Now someone puts their
It's
foot
a gray
in their
area.
mouth, and they just keep.
He's
putting it
okay,
in
but
further.
for how long?
He talked about it.
And Donald Trump
After George
is.
Clooney said
and
within a
if
few
you
minutes of
watch
talking to President
Donald
Biden at a
Trump-
fundraiser that he thought this was not the same
Brett.
Joe Biden that we
Which
saw
is
on the
why
video.
you're on the ticket when nobody voted for you to be on the ticket.
This is so. She's just putting her foot in her mouth. This is gold. I love this. This is gold. Keep it up. Release
How
more
is
clips,
she this-
please.
How is she this ill prepared? How is she always so ill prepared?
That's so crazy. You know what it is? It's not that she's stupid. It's just she thinks that you're stupid. She thinks you're so stupid that she can say Joe Biden is so mentally incompetent he can't be on the ticket, but also he's mentally competent to be president. And all of the pay no attention to the fact that his mental faculties have diminished. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's
I
not
used to believe
happening.
that. I used to believe that though. I don't think that's true anymore. I think she's literally so fucking stupid. She literally can't see red from green, black from white, real from fake. She actually believes that she was a prosecutor. She believes that she's intelligent. She believes these things she says because she's so fucking stupid.
Dude.
This woman is dumb as dog shit.
Do you think when she's
I
alone
wouldn't let
and
her
she's
drive
like
a car.
when she's alone and she's looking herself in the mirror at night, do you think she's like, you know what? I am crushing this. I'm going to do a great job as president.
Yep.
Or do you think she has self-doubt? Because I got to say, if I were in her
I think she
position,
thinks she's perfect. I think she thinks she's fucking perfect.
God damn.
She can wear the hell out of a pantsuit.
Oh my
you know,
God.
I want to give her a little compliment. I think she does it way better than Hillary. So you know, there's that.
So does a fucking bear.
Hey.
You're right. That would look better in a pantsuit than Hillary.
Most women would choose me over the bear, right, Tiny? Yes, I agree. See, we got her. We got her, boys. Generally, when you
what kind of
interview
bear is it?
somebody, you let them answer the question before you jump over him. See, that's the thing. That's the only thing he did wrong. If he smiled because he knew that he had her. Let her finish speaking.
Yep.
She's already just putting her foot in her mouth. Let her finish. You know. Then again, heat of the moment. You probably didn't think you were even going to get this interview because she's apprehensive on even talking to people that can, push back on her. So if he ever does this again on people that he thinks, or if Fox ever does this again, tell him just like if they're doing badly, just let them continue doing badly. Imagine if she was fully answering these questions. Imagine how worse these answers would be. Yeah. But then again, what you got is fine here. So I guess it is what it is. Why is Tiny so angry? She's always angry. She's old, white woman. Nothing else.
Well, she has to deal with MSK on top of watching this video. That would make anyone angry.
Hey, I'm just saying. She was like, MSK, you're so hot and good looking. I want to deal with your bullshit every day.
Which is why I'm here twice a week.
Direct quote.
Well,
most
sometimes
significant policy that required illegal immigrants to be detained through deportation, either in the U.S. or in Mexico. And you switched that policy. They were released from custody awaiting trial. So instead, included those,
at least 30,000 children missing.
Yeah, 300,000 children missing under their administration. It could be sex trafficked, human trafficked, dead in the ocean, drowning. It could be anything, honestly.
Yep.
Men, adult men, who went on to commit heinous crimes. So, looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress, before we worked on infrastructure, before the
What is the fucking structure? All the fucking bridges are falling down. What fucking infrastructure? They've done nothing. Pete Buttigieg spent more time on paternity leave than he did ever doing his job. They never showed up in East Palestine. They never took care of the 3 other major fucking train crashes. Give me a break. You haven't done shit for infrastructure. It's one of our biggest problems.
Oh, I'll just have Tiny be my spokesperson then.
I'm sorry. I hate this bitch. She's so stupid and she makes every other woman look worse just from existing.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not gonna say that, what she's saying is effective with me, but I think kind of like Walter is pointing out, like he doesn't see this as her getting owned. I don't think my mom, who's like a supporter of hers, would either. When I've asked her for
sorry,
kind
Ray.
of the reasons,
Your
it's
mother
kind
can
of
listen
just
to her say those words, the words she just
yeah.
said, and will actually listen to that.
Yeah, she'll
not think
believe
it's the
that,
dumbest
oh,
thing
they
she
improved the infrastructure. That makes sense. That's why they couldn't
What they didn't
somehow
do
stay
with
in Mexico.
infrastructure.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to see this kind of like how they see the Trump interviews, like Walter's saying. I think, you know, if you're already on her side, then this is just a hit interview.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point. I think that's probably true. It's like a
Understand
Rorschach
people who can
test.
actually listen to her and not feel like their head's going to explode from the just.
I just resent the fact that I'm being lied to, like so confidently. It's just like, well, that's not reality. I please stop.
All right, so Selena's trigger is Taylor Swift and Tiny's is Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton. We found them, boys.
You mean
Excellent.
our next president, Kamala Harris?
Yeah, well, don't tell Tiny
I
that.
will
She might
fucking
actually
move.
throw.
I will
Oh my
not be in this country. If she steals the fucking election, I am leaving this country. I'm not even joking. I've already actually talked about it with multiple people. I will be moving.
Tiny, you're
Nice.
overreacting a little bit.
No, I'm not. I'm going to Europe or I'm going to Thailand. I will not be in this
my-
country if that woman is president. I will
Nice.
absolutely not be it here.
Holy crap.
And I will actually leave because I've actually started talking to people about places to buy land. I will fucking leave.
Nice.
You can't leave
That
without
woman,
me.
that woman is too stupid to fucking survive walking down the street and chewing bubble gum at the same time. This woman is so stupid and so evil that I swear to God, if she steals the election, I will leave this country.
You can take me with you, right?
You want to go to Israel? Okay.
Oh God! Wait, you guys are in? Aren't you guys in war? Oh shit! Oh,
Yes, and I'd rather be there and facing the war than here with her as president.
Nice.
Before the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called
And-
the U.S. Citizenship Act of
oh, this lady. Okay, they haven't fixed anything. Shut up. It's just all right. Well, on the brighter news, Diggs, what's up? What's up, man? If you're new here, nice to meet you. If you are just talking in the chat for the first time, just having some fun. Tiny's, we got to give her a hug. It's okay. She gets a little,
I will
little
admit,
moody
I
sometimes.
have had my pain condition has been up today, so I might be a little more touchy than normal, but I still hate that bitch.
Oh gosh.
Right.
And she loves San Diego. She would never leave. I mean, she would leave me, and she couldn't do that to me. She would make me cry. I gotta play the guilt trip on her because that'll get her to stay. God, please hope Trump.
You
wins.
live 2.5
I mean, that
hours
just sounds like
away.
you're giving her
You
an
never come
incentive.
to see me. So what would be the difference if I was coming in? If I was coming in from San Diego or from fucking Tel Aviv?
To
Wow.
be fair, it'd be much easier to visit you if you're 2 hours away than if you were like, I
Which
don't
you
know.
never do.
You don't. I have to make time. I'm a little busy. I'm a little busy being successful, a high value man, and rich and good looking. You know. So she doesn't believe
But
that.
you would have no problem buying a plane ticket to visit me in Tel Aviv.
Plane ticket.
If you're
Oh,
so
God.
rich and good looking.
I'll be just selling my ass on OnlyFans then. Holy crap. Woo! I'll come out.
So you'd quit your other
eventually.
jobs? You're just sticking with the one?
Jobs. Good lord. Huh. You never visit your woman. Now she's mad at Kamala because of it. I think I just put my own foot in my own mouth actually with all these comments. This is about Kamala Harris.
Why do you
Holy
keep referencing like putting feet in mouth and then you
Would you want to be your
you also
reference
followed it up
digging yourself
last
a
time?
hole?
No, last time you were saying like Kamala put her foot in her mouth and finished or something, and it's like that was a weird phrasing. Now you just mentioned it again, like the whole foot in your mouth thing. Dude,
It's like
are you
reference of
you
digging
saying
your
something?
own. It's like a reference of digging your own grave. It's a turn of phrase. It's a metaphor.
Or it's a self-tell. Who knows?
Right.
I think feet are disgusting. So
There's nothing wrong with putting feet in your mouth, by the way, just so we're clear on that.
last one. Holy crap. Okay, this was the one about the polls that you guys wanted to hear.
Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening?
This is an election for president of the United States. It's not supposed to be easy.
I know, but
It's
if
not
it's
supposed to be. It is not supposed to be a
So
cakewalk
are they misguided,
for
the
anyone.
50%?
Listen,
Are
let
they
me-
stupid?
Oh,
What is
God,
it?
I would never say that about the American people.
Well, you will say that behind their backs, of course. And
I
people
mean, there's
say,
a handful
well,
of deplorables. Maybe
I will say
Yeah.
this: she wouldn't just straight up say that on national television. I mean, some people are stupid enough to say that. I will agree to that. But
Hillary was dumb enough
She
to say
did
that.
bring up the racist phenomenon of the cakewalk. I've heard that is offensive, and I can't believe she brought that up on national television.
that's the thing is, do you guys not think people in her camp don't say that about you behind your backs? It definitely does talk shit about those people. She probably calls you MAGA, Nazi, sympathizer, all that buzzword nonsense.
And in fact, if you listen to Donald Trump, if you watch any of his rallies, he's the one who tends to demean and belittle and
Oh, boo-hoo. Shut the fuck up. Who cares?
No.
Shut up. Oh, I get demeaned. Who cares? Grow up.
diminish the American people. He's the one who talks about an enemy within, an enemy within, talking about the American people, suggesting he would turn the American military on the American people.
No. He didn't suggest that. Biden did 4 different times. She can't even remember who's saying what. Bullshit.
I think our brains are fried. No more of this.
I
think
don't
it's
understand. You see, but it's like it's so crazy because I think I've got I don't know. So I live in the state of Washington, and so I get to hang out with a lot of like crazy left-wing people because I do comedy. So I hang out with a lot of like artists and weirdos. And I also get to hang out kind of in the woods with a lot of like MAGA people. And I've noticed that MAGA people, you can have pretty much any opinion around them and they'll be cool. But if you have the
They're
wrong
not
opinion
actually going to
about,
attack you. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But if you have a crazy opinion around a left-wing person, they will become unhinged and they'll scream at you or it can get kind of hostile. You gotta be careful. And the only people I know who've unfriended me over perceived political differences have been the folks on the far left. I think it's the Democratic side that wants you to hate your neighbor. You know, I don't think it's fair to throw that at the feet of the conservatives.
Just for the people in the group chat, there's this guy that said he collected all the clips from the interview, at least the juicy ones. So I dropped it in the group chat. It says people want to go and check it out for themselves. All right. So our last topic, I don't know if you guys watch these movies, but I have watched all of them actually. Every single one of them.
Gross.
Yeah, movies. You watch those? I Netflix and chill with women when I do the movie watching. We're getting a new Jurassic World trilogy. Yeah, this one's going to star Scarlett. Yeah, this one's going to star Scarlett Johansson. Actually,
did someone ask for that?
You know, the last 3 all made $1 billion. So I guess that's the reason why we're getting.
Yeah.
When your whole trilogy makes $1 billion each movie. I guess. And kids who love them dinosaurs. So for me and the Jurassic movies, I love the first Jurassic Park. I think it's a great movie. The second one is not good. The third one is also not good. I like the 2015 one not for what it was. I don't think it was that bad. It's okay. I didn't hate watching it.
The hamster balls though.
Hey, welcome to Jurassic World. No, we never got that because the guys did. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, piece of shit. Jurassic World Dominion, I wanted to get a rope after I watched that goddamn movie. That was just insulting to my brain. Now, the only reason why these are getting a new trilogy of movies, maybe you get 2 movies because the landscape of the box office is different now, even compared to 2022, because always last previous trilogy made $1 billion. And Universal they have a lot of properties. They have obviously Despicable Me. They have this one. They obviously have the Fast and Furious movies. They have a lot of other stuff. But Fast and Furious is ending. I think the reason why they get this into trilogy is because they realize that Fast and Furious is ending in 2025, and they need another big cash cow. They need something else, So, am I hyped for a new Jurassic World trilogy? I mean, I'll watch them. It's always cool to see dinosaurs eat people, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say these are kids movies. Dinosaurs are legitimately eating people. These are for kids? You want to take your kid to watch a dinosaur eat somebody? I guess. Scarlett Johansson's got a nice ass and some big tits, so I'll watch her for that. But I mean, one of the things I didn't like about the Jurassic World trilogy was Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's character, Claire and Dylan, trash. Just fucking so awful, pointless characters. Holy crap!
What about
So-
Blue though?
There was less Blue in the last movie. It was
I
just
don't
some
know.
dumb
I
idiot
checked out after the first
Velociraptor.
one.
It was like Blue was cute in the first one. He helped out in the second one, or was it she? I don't fucking know. And then
Blue's
in
a
the third, yes. And then in the third one, they just reduced her to some retarded dinosaur. Who knew who that was? I have to watch Jurassic World Dominion again. I'll get the rope and I'll jump off the bridge that they just built in my town. Holy crap, it's over. Nope. So,
Hey, dude,
yeah,
you want to do a watch together?
I watched. God, do I have to watch Jurassic World 2 again? Oh my god! All like these movies are just legitimately not good. In my opinion, they're all pretty bad. Essentially, people are like, "But a dinosaur went to San Francisco in the second one." I do not care. It's a terrible fucking film to get through. Matthew Vaughn, it completely doesn't exist in the movie anymore after like the beginning of the third act. So stupid. One of the dinosaurs was talking to a dude in the third one, and he had a dream where it's like, "Hey, Alan, like, what the fuck?" Okay, so yeah, so that's essentially my opinion on that. I'll watch them, but do I hope they're going to be good? Probably not, honestly. So yeah, we had a good banger of an hour show here. We're just gonna talk for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna give Tiny a massage to watch the Kamala Harris
Damn it.
out of her. Damn it, I'm 2 hours away.
Okay, but name me a ScarJo franchise that sucks.
Did you watch? What's that movie she did? Did you watch Lucy?
That
Not
was actually pretty
franchise, it was a
interesting.
one-off.
I thought Lucy was really cool.
I'll be honest here. I thought it was genuinely an interesting movie. Honestly, they
Did
don't
you
make
guys
movies
like
like that.
did you like the live action Ghost in the Shell?
I never watched.
I
did not
But
actually like the live action Ghost in the Shell, but that wasn't necessarily her fault.
Sure.
yeah,
I mean, she
it was
didn't,
better than the
didn't really
Aeon
feel like
Flux
she brought
one.
the Major to life, but a lot of that stuff, it was like the images were all the right, but the character, the feeling, the actual acting was not the same. If that makes any sense.
Mm.
Well, that's the movie that I can take Tiny out on a date for. We're gonna go see Kraven the Hunter.
Oh yeah, I will see that. I'll put earphones in, earplugs in, but I'll see that.
Yeah, you're gonna have me. Yeah, I will need to watch
I'm sorry.
this.
Aaron Taylor Johnson running around without his shirt off for the entire
Hell
movie.
yeah.
I'm happy.
Hell yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's why MSK wants to go.
Why else would I go? I'm craving his nuts. Okay, all right, bad joke.
Rumor has
Bad
it.
joke. But I mean, oh god, guys, that's what we got in 2024. More Sony Spider-Man universe movies. Venom 3, Kraven, and Madam Web. Yeah, that's what I wanted in 2024. More Sony's Spider-Man villain movies for cinema. These movies are so bad. It hurts watching
Technically-
these.
Well, also, it's
Yeah,
they refuse to actually let the villains be villains.
I don't even.
They keep trying to come
Yeah,
up with these excuses for why they're villains, and they're not such a bad guy. Dude, just be a villain. We'll enjoy the movie if you're actually the villain.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for the Sony board meeting where they were like, okay, we got to get in on this superhero gold rush. We've got some properties. What can we do? Well, we can make a Morbius movie. And then
Perfect.
we could do Kraven the Hunter. We could do Madam Web. We could
No,
have
dude,
a whole
dude.
Spider-Man villain universe.
Dude, remember
You're gonna
back
do
in
Morbius. You're gonna
2023?
do Morbius, but you're not gonna bring in Black Cat when you have the perfect excuse to bring in Black Cat because Black Cat and Morbius had that whole thing going on for a whole time in the 90s.
Or
But
Lizard. Use Lizard dynamic there is pretty good for them too.
Black Cat, bitch is gorgeous. She wears a fucking
True.
bodysuit. And she fucking is a cat burglar. And she
Did you
always
wear
likes
that
to
for me?
fuck with Spider-Man. It's the best foil you can get. And everyone
even the
wins.
worst versions of Catwoman, everyone likes. I'm just saying, they're
I
stupid.
love Black
nuts.
Cat. I love me some Felicia Hardy. She's my favorite Spider-Man love interest. Oh, the other one. Oh, remember back in 2022 when they had that what's the thing they do in Las Vegas every CinemaCon? At CinemaCon, Sony's presentation, they were gonna do a movie called El Muerto, which is remember that? People, oh my god, they were gonna do another Spider-Man universe villain movie on El Muerto. And then they had one on. They were gonna cast Landau Calrissian. Fucking hell. No, not Landau. Fucking hell.
Donald Glover?
Donald Glover. Yeah, him. They were gonna cast him to play Hypno, not Hypnotic. There's a Spider-Man villain legitimately called Hypno. Oh, we heard nothing about that. Those got scrapped immediately. This universe is terrible. They made Venom is not good. Like the only memorable scene in Venom is when the movie ends and then Venom's like, Eddie, we can do whatever we want. And then Eminem's Venom song starts playing. That's the only decent part in that movie, which is the fucking ending of the movie. That movie is bad. Venom 2 is just...
I don't think it's a good movie, but I did actually laugh at a lot of the scenes.
There are some funny scenes. I will give it that. They can be entertaining. Well, that one can. What the hell? It's a black outside.
It was frustrating. Okay, a couple of things. One, I think Venom, unless you're talking about Agent Venom, Venom is really only interesting to me in operating as like Spider-Man's toxic obsessive ex. You know, that's what makes the character interesting until later when he's Agent Venom. That's pretty cool too. There's a lot of cool Venom stories after that, but you have to get through that part.
Yeah, because Venom as a character doesn't mean as much if you don't have Spider-Man. I tell people, even if you have to look at the history online, I do not care if you have to read a comic. If you understand the dynamic between how he gets to Venom, between Eddie, Peter, the whole like getting the suit and everything, what the suit was doing to him, you will really understand how Sony massively fucked up all that. Because if you just throw Venom out there without any of that, you have no connection. And to me, yes, it can work if you have the right director, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. Neither for the second one, neither for Madam Web, neither did it for Morbius.
No, and I actually thought, do you guys know the video game Prototype? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Seems familiar. Sounds familiar.
I don't like video games.
Okay. God damn it. Okay, that reference lost.
God, man. The last thing she doesn't know about
it is the only part of my geekdom that I have nothing for.
We got to get her to play Uno. I'll get her to play Uno with me. I'll even buy it for her. I don't even care.
So I'll play some board games. I play fucking D&D and I play board games, but I don't play video games.
Okay, that's a tabletop RPG. That count as a video game technically?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, you're right. So
tabletop. No video involved.
I will take you. Well, you can't go to Dave and Buster's in San Diego. You can't even walk properly sometimes. Can't do that. So.
But sometimes I can walk properly. Thank you very much, and I can take my wheelchair.
Well, you're not going like super far distances to this arcade. It's a fun arcade place. I actually enjoyed it, but. What just says by saying you need Spider-Man to make a character work is because saying that a character is more of a plot device than an actual character. No, you have that inherent connection to him. You know, they kind of do it. They kind of somewhat do it so half-assed in the first movie. But I'm gonna be honest, without the Spider-Man portion of it, it just doesn't hit as hard. It doesn't mean as much. Honestly, that it just feels cheap and meaningless. That's just to me. I mean, if someone liked it, more power to you. But I sure don't. I would like for things to matter in the grand scheme of things. We take some actual effort, going the distance, to make the characters mean what they do. But what do I know? I'm just a fucking genius, honestly. No. So I tried.
The silence was deafening. The silence was deafening.
And so was that clip.
I love Plankton. Plankton's a great character. The guy's awesome. Oh shoot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to make sure we got this out there. Nothing happened yesterday. It's all deja vu. I'm just gonna do that Men in Black device where I just wipe your memory clean of all that. That's basically what I did. Woo!
Huh. I thought you were against wiping things clean.
Oh. There's a bunch of guys out there that do not know how to clean out their own ass. Make sure you know how to wipe properly, everyone. It's a valuable skill set.
MSK knows.
I do.
By the way,
bar of soap is up my ass every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that transition was not good. It was terrible. Holy mother God.
I'm very appreciative of Gray tonight.
Yeah. Everyone just likes Gray. Why can't you guys like me? Tiny and Gray and Theo are like fan favorites, but you guys just leave me out to dry. And these guys don't vouch for me either.
I like you, MSK. I've always supported you.
Well,
I always show up if I can show up. I'm always here to support you.
I feel like
what the
Tiny's always at dentist appointments too.
So Jesus Christ!
Well, priorities.
It was just twice.
God.
None of you are ever gonna let me live it down.
That's too many. How many fucking teeth do you have? Exactly?
Actually, I'm going to have most of my teeth replaced because one of the medications I was on decided to dissolve them.
Oh.
Good old California. They're fucking.
No, that's just that was just the DEA and the CDC being fucking cowardly bitches.
No wonder you're
I will say a
Paula.
super underrated thing that I know I've heard most not politicians on most political cycles is like older people having trouble getting their medicine. Actually, that shouldn't. There are certain things that just shouldn't be a problem. As a person that's like 60 years old that needs some medicine, okay, you get like $4 a bottle, whatever. That should just be so easy. Why are things always this difficult? That's why I don't like politics for sometimes, because things can be so easy to fix, but they just don't want to, or they. It's not that
Well,
they don't
no,
want
because
to.
Trump signed the right to try, which was a fucking huge deal for anyone who doesn't have. It was a huge deal for anyone who doesn't have a set protocol. But then he also lowered the price of insulin drastically. He cut it by 80%. And the day Biden went into office, he literally undid every single fucking deal that Trump had did that he can undo, including the insulin. And then 2 years later went, I lowered insulin prices. I'm trying to save the diabetics. Except he didn't even lower it as much as Trump had already lowered it before.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's not that no one can do it, because Trump did a bunch of it, and there are activists and supporters all over the fucking country who can tell you how to deal with the chronic pain issues. We can deal with the chronic fucking illness issues. We can deal with neurological issues. All stuff. You just have to actually go out and do it, and no one is willing to do it because the DEA has been putting doctors in prison because they're fucking too cowardly to go after the actual cartels.
That just, it just sucks hearing that old people that have some problems can't get to the medicine they need because it's too expensive. Like,
MSK,
there are some things. Yeah.
I have to read suicide notes every single week, at least 2, if not 3 or 4 or more. In every pain group I'm in, I get suicide notes every single week. There are millions of people in pain in this country, and there are tens of thousands that have every right to their opiates, and they cannot get them, and they are dying in droves.
Well, yeah. The other one was the veterans being homeless and stuff. That's why.
And veterans can't get medication either.
That's why
the VA does not take care of our veterans at all.
That's just okay. Well, WZ, you need to be timeout, but I can't do it because you're a mod. But holy shit. So, like, just I don't know, things like that always just kind of irk me. Just because, like, I don't know. So I don't know. I want to see an older person suffer like that. They have like arthritis or leg doesn't work properly or any of that stuff. Things like that shouldn't be like an arm and a leg to get through for that kind of a thing. But a country has to always make the money, so it doesn't matter. Making money is fine. I'm always for making money, but there definitely should be a balance of any of that, But what do I know? I'm just some rich, genius, good-looking billionaire that talks to these clout chasing fucks every day. So what do I know, honestly? I'm glad I wasn't the only one, Greg.
I think any of that was true.
Yeah. Like when we were talking, I think, was it on an episode of this show a while ago? Oh, no, it was probably before we ended the other show. We were talking about Congress and the president. Like, I don't think someone should have unlimited power, obviously. But the fact that we have to go through an election to have this person debate with these other people in Congress with it, even though for some stuff in this election, Harris and Biden were able to do stuff without Congress, but for another president, you got to go through Congress. Like, doesn't that not just sound stupid to people? Like, should that not be, like, there should be some fix there or something? I'm just saying. It's just my general opinion, but maybe I'm just crazy. There's so much nuance in this discussion. The drugs in this country is multifaceted, and correcting in one area creates issues in others. Yes, I do agree.
Yay! I got
God.
Multifaceted, nuance,
crazy
words.
Crazy. No. Oh, this other thing I was going to bring up. So this one guy called Snow Goon that used to go on YGO Paisano streams back in the day. He was a nurse or doctor or whatever, and someone would get in a car accident. He gave a story one time where a guy got in a car accident and he had to get his medication, and he became addicted to this medication, honestly. So there's that too. Addictive meds that have to make you feel better. You get addicted to them, so you want to go back. I get all that.
Chronic pain patients have less than 3% chance of addiction, and that's going on. I was on a fentanyl patch for 10 years.
Damn.
And then I had to titrate on my own.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Most of the stuff about addiction is a bullshit.
You know what's crazy?
Fucking propaganda.
You know what's crazy? Because
fucking
that's
most of them were not
probably
what they said.
you're right. That's probably like it's like non people who don't have chronic pain who are getting addicted to the pills, and
Yep.
the availability of the pills for chronic pain patients is what makes them available for black market sale, so that people can be addicted to them. And we live in a cyberpunk dystopia where everything's so bleak right now, people can't handle reality. So addiction is fucking everywhere. That's so, oh my God, this world is so fucked.
Yeah, the world's terrible. Yeah, and I
Oh
do
my God.
agree that there is more nuance to discussions, but I've never liked the whole thing of like, well, we can't do a good thing because another bad alternative might happen. That's just life in general. Like, well, anything you think of in life, any decisions you've made in life, there's always going to be, okay, I'll use a very easy base one. I could walk outside right now and I could get fucking knifed and mugged to death. But am I going to stop going outside, going to work? No.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, like just use that's how I use my bases to kind of somewhat get to where I go. Yes,
There's always
there
going to
might,
be consequences.
yeah, there might be someone that gets into a car accident and that probably sucks and you've probably been in pain and you might get addicted. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's 100% probably true. But that doesn't mean we just don't do another good thing because of what that person might do. That's you don't fix anything at that point because you're just in a cycle
you
of
should
bullshit.
definitely put yourself in dangerous situations, MSK.
Oh, thank you.
But there is kind of a trade-off that we're not talking about. Like, there are a bunch of countries that are a little bit more socialized with their medicine, and you can get it for free, but they're not the ones innovating like these new medicines that actually are kind of breakthrough and kind of working. It seems to be coming from us, who has this really messed up system where it costs a lot, yet we're doing the innovation. So like, it all is a weird trade-off. I don't know the solution, but I don't know.
Well, Walter, that's just how things are going to go. I mean, what else can you do? Do we not do good things because another bad alternative decision might be made by someone?
Someone get Walter a Snickers. He's been grumpy in the chat the whole.
Walter is old. He's
show.
getting old. I like Walter. He's Walter's usually a very neutral person on everything. Walter and WZ might be the most neutral people ever. They're not exactly right or left or even anything. They are firmly in that center. You are not moving them. They are bisexual. They love their men and women. they don't move. You couldn't get them to move from that center position they have. You know, and that's the thing though. If another problem comes up because something else happens, then deal with that problem accordingly. Are you giving this person too much medication? Does this need to be fixed? You know, it's not such a black and white scenario a lot of people always go through. It's not. People just don't choose to fix them because, well, you know, they want to keep you go. It's on the medical thing. They want to keep you going back to charge more money and all that fucking bullshit. I hate you guys. I truly do. Nate sent me an attachment on Facebook. Oh, he called me a big dingus. Ah, cool.
Nice.
But yes, I will always try to make Tiny happy, even though I can't. It's impossible to make her happy.
I mean, you're gonna fail for sure.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for the compliment.
You know, he's got a point about the dingus.
Oh God, man, I have no faith here. No, I'm voting for W. Okay, you're a crackhead. You're the common WZL as usual. The doctors at Mayo Clinic here in Phoenix are great and have helped. Mayo Clinic here in Phoenix are great and have helped me get through medical problems. See,
nobody wants to hear that shit.
Keep that
positive story to yourself.
Good news.
Tell me about the shit that's on fire.
Oh my God, it's good news. No, there was a little cute thing I saw on Facebook. A cat was the alarm for the person to wake up. We just would snuggle to them. That's cute, honestly. I actually agree with you guys on some things. I just like to have the conversation of the contrary to try to keep things from being too much of an echo chamber. I know. I was just fucking with you because I just hate you fucking clout chasing pieces of shit, honestly.
I want you to draw out of me.
Hi, Tiny's mom.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So yeah, and you know, it's always good to have the other side conversation too. But you know, some things are not always what they seem, as they say. Is Tiny's mom contacting my banker to get all my money out of my account? Because she's Jewish and they like money. I don't know. It's a joke that runs for them generally.
Can you extract negative money from an account?
I don't know. So, just letting people know, there's just a few plans I have moving forward. So, you know, obviously we don't get stale. We're always trying out different positions. I always love doing that. As we know, cowgirl's the best. My opinions, but nevertheless, trying. So since it's Halloween, we will pick a Halloween movie. I'll throw some ideas out there, and we'll try to review that movie this Wednesday coming up or Monday. But Darnell, I told Darnell we're going to do the Union first, so we'll have the Union first for Darnell on Monday. So the movie we'll probably review on Monday is the Union, which is on Netflix for free. So if you have Netflix, you can watch it. But Wednesday, we'll try to see which horror movie we're going to come and review. Just, if you want to do it, you can. If you're not, if there's more topics to talk about, then we'll go over those. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, honestly. So, yeah, I'm making some changes. So I do want to make the show good, and I do want to get it up there where my other league podcast is at. And keep in mind, I have one-on-ones constantly. You guys can go check out the one I did with Tiny, where she was yelling at me and called me a fucking piece of shit, worthless dad that left me. She said that, God, man, she said the N-word to me in the live stream. Crazy. She went ballistic after it was over.
And it would still be up if I had done any of those things.
Oh, yeah, you're right, huh? Wait a minute. The establishment favors your people. Wait a minute. Actually, no. Yeah, damn it. Well, going down that rabbit hole. Darnell. Not Darnell. Yeah, so we'll probably do the Union on Monday. That's probably what we're gonna do. It just depends on what people want to do. That's really how it is. Or we do ranking streams. Oh, we could do MCU tier list. People have been wanting an MCU tier list for like a while, so we'll probably someone set up that. We could do tier list. We can do, I don't know. There's quizzes. Darnell likes quizzes. I think there's a Batman one I want to do first. So there's a lot of ideas I'm trying to sprinkle around. So we'll see what we can
trivia.
There's trivia. Yeah. That trivia that he does with Mr. Burger, I can't really do that. I mean, 90s is limited in my brain on some things. I'm more of like a 2000s kid that I grew up in that time period. So I have to do that. But we can do that.
Yeah.
Tiny's going to do trivia. Oh my goodness. Tiny, hit me with something.
Yes.
Don't do it. I don't know nothing. I'm an idiot. I concede. How big are Sydney Sweeney's tits? Oh, not big enough. Am I right? See, that's the one we could have went with, honestly. But yeah, Gray, I always tell people this. If you want to talk about some things in the show, let me know so I can put it in the title. So Gray likes talking about
I'm
new
gonna
stuff
say
generally.
that they're the perfect size.
All right. Hey Nate, how you doing, man? I know you had that family tragedy, so just keep your head up and try to live life as best you can. I know your uncle, you miss your uncle, but he definitely did love you, man. So sorry that happens to you, man. I really just want to say I know how it is to lose someone that close. I do. But we're here for you. Well, they're here for you. I'm just the black guy that's here for you. See? Playing the race card. It definitely always works. Yeah, it's good. Keep the spirit of your uncle alive in your memory. That's how you need to do it. So those are the plans that I have currently. What other movies do we have to watch? I'm watching what's coming out this month. Venom 3 is coming out. I'll watch that.
I might see The Wild Robot. I mean, it's probably more like
It's
a kid show,
pretty
but
awesome.
It's kind of cute.
I wanted to watch
it's
that too.
Robot Meeseeks with animals. It's great.
Okay. You already watched it?
No, I'm going
yeah.
to see it. I don't think it's out yet.
You know what?
It
I think
is.
it's out.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it is.
Yeah, it was like number 2 for I think the last 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It's been out for a little bit, but yeah, it's a hell of a flick.
Well, let me see if my theater has it. No, it's not playing there now. Oh no, it is. It is. There's 2 showings for it, 5:15 and 7:40 tomorrow. I could make some time for it. I can't go in the morning, and we have the podcast later on. I will how long is this movie? Hour 42 minutes? That's not bad. 15 minutes of previews, so it's not going to start at 5:15. It starts at 5:30. So I could probably swing 5:15. Maybe do another episode of Full Day going to the movie theater. I know people like this series, but that is a task to do that. Set up the footage, pre-footage, go to the theater, watch the movie after it is. I like it, but it's just a lot. Don't live your life too good, Nate, or else you won't be back on these streams with this cloud chaser. So glad you guys are on my side. All right, we'll start with Theo. What you got planned coming up, man?
I'm good. I'm gonna be performing this Friday at Tees Lounge out here in Spokane,
Awesome.
Washington. It's gonna be very exciting. And then I'm trying to get some stuff set up at some different cities all over this great nation in the coming months. So hopefully coming to a city near you very soon. We're gonna see how this chain of DMs continues. And follow me on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and other places. Yeah.
God, speaking of the wild robot, Pedro Pascal is in this too. I'm not kidding. He's in this movie.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
He's in everything.
Well, he's voice acting it, so you're not going to see his face. So I don't know if that bothers you that much.
But you'll know.
His voice is very distinguishable. You will know. So yeah, I might go tomorrow at the 5:15 showing, or I go on Saturday at the 8:30 showing. So I would end the Saturday show around 7 our time, and then just get ready to go. That's what I would probably do.
Okay.
That's
You want to start at 5:30?
probably best to do that, honestly.
Okay.
Or if we just start at 6, we just end like at 7:15, 7:30 is fine. So I just film the footage before and go. But that's if I want to go. I'll probably make a decision on that soon. Gray, what do you want to do in your life beside stealing my clout?
I'm good without the clout, man. Let's keep a distance. What can I say? I've got a video, so I guess I'll become a YouTuber again. I was asked to kind of give my take on Joker Folie à Deux, since I don't seem to hate it as much as everybody else on the internet. So that video should be coming out soon. But other than that, The Thinkers tomorrow. It's a thing. YouTube at That Darn Kidda's channel. It's people from like 3 different continents who disagree about everything, but somewhat amicably end a conversation. So tomorrow we're having a think about the movie, particularly Strange Darling, which is a very interesting film, but a lot of the other guys ended up calling it like an artsy film. So it's kind of a think on like what makes a film artsy, or so to speak. So if that sounds interesting to you, go over to YouTube at That Darn Kidda. And we're having a think tomorrow morning. Join us. But that's all I got going on. What about you, MSK? What do you have going on in the future?
Well, Tiny has to go because ladies first, because I believe in chivalry. It's not dead.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, like I said earlier, every other Monday we're doing Devil's Angels, where Devil and green-haired anti-liberal and Screams Queen Selena and I all watch a movie that we think that either was slept on or didn't really get the respect it deserved, or just people forgotten about. I believe that the next one we're doing is Equilibrium, which is an amazing movie. Last Sunday of the month, I will be doing my Star Trek retrospective with Surly Durly / Moxie Dame for Star Trek The Next Generation. And other than that, Tuesdays and Saturdays, I'm here. And a couple of people sent me some DMs. I might show up on a couple other streams here and there. I was building up a little bit, but now I'm going to take a little bit of a break because I just need it.
Oh, well, we're not really having a show Tuesday, so you're here Wednesday.
I guess I'll be here Wednesdays instead, since Jesse's not doing Wednesdays anymore.
So she chose me, everyone. That's it. All the women always end up choosing me. Where did that lead you? Back to me. Oh, God. Too much Riz. Riz will get you far, people.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Well, yes. How many subscribers does Selena even have now? Is she had 100? No. Last I checked, she was like 50, which is crazy because she's only streamed once. I told her, just go into that stick of just being a girl. Easy. So I'm not saying these things because I'm just, not intelligent, because I obviously am. Like, if you legit lean into being a girl, it's so easy to get people, man. So Tina to do it too. Just show a little bit of cleavage and just do a cooking stream. Okay, don't do that.
No.
Honey, I don't want you to feel pressure. You can show as much or as little or as much cleavage as you want. Just so you know, I'm comfortable with however much cleavage you would like to show.
Yeah, I fully agree with
If
everything
you-
he just said and endorse it.
Just so you know. Just so you know, if you want to set up a private stream and get my opinion beforehand, that would also be fine. Just so you know, I'm
Yeah.
available for that. I support women, and I want women to be successful. So I will do whatever I can to support you in that.
I don't really support women, but I support this decision. Supporting women means jumping off a building. Holy crap. So yeah, as you guys know, that's me. I am a Donald the Duck. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. What am I doing? Tomorrow I might choose to go see The Wild Robot tomorrow. And if I don't choose to go see it tomorrow, because it's my, final second day off, because next week I have to work 6 days. So it's probably better if I just watch it Saturday. So I'll probably just end up watching, The Wild Robot Saturday after our main show. We're going to wrap it up in like an hour 10, hour 15-ish or whatever. That's pretty much it as far as content goes, because I have other videos that I'm currently doing. So I'm just
You
getting those
promised
done.
the audience cleavage for that stream, though, right?
She's the girl.
I heard you were doing it, though. It was your idea,
The
right?
fuck?
The cleavage stream. It's your channel. Why not your cleavage?
Could we do a cleavage stream? I would also like to show cleavage. If that's what everybody. I think we could just all button down.
One of the Cloud9 streams I did a while ago, because I lost a bet that a team would win. I took off all my clothes except my underwear. So I do that. That lady loved it too much. Women are crazy. Holy crap. But then again, look at this hot rod, that way. Nope. So yeah, Tiny, you can show however much you want, man. We are not going to disagree at all. I will agree with everything you said. But you said I won't visit you. I got to make time for you. You don't make it easy to make time for you, honestly. Like, goddamn.
I'm practically housebound. I barely leave the house except to go to doctor's appointments or school. How could I make it any easier?
Okay, so keep in mind, one of these days I gotta just do it like we did. Maybe just do it on a Tuesday or Thursday. Go out. Maybe just do that again. Oh, Lord, probably should better do it on a Monday. Be Monday night. But again, what if I come out on a Tuesday and you got to do that ketamine thing you do, or you got a dentist?
We would set it up ahead of time because I know ahead of time if I'm going to have to do my ketamine IVs.
Oh yeah, huh?
She made it sound like you go and they
yeah
you up and they inject it and yeah, so that's all planned ahead of time. I don't just randomly show up at his office and be like, Joe, Dr. F, hook me up.
Or dentist appointments. Don't forget those dentist appointments, Tiny. Oh my goodness.
I just happen to have a dentist that really likes to do freaking crowns on Saturdays. It's not my fault.
Oh God, man. That's fucking insane. You went to 2 dentist appointments and everyone here just thinks she just stand me up. She did stand me up though.
Dude, do you see the lengths she goes to give you excuses? Come on, MSK. Take a hint.
Gosh. So, as you guys know, the panel shows are Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and then the Sunday show is with me and Professor Savage Dad. So, when we get back to where I want to be, we'll have the show at, 5 days a week, hopefully. But, slow and steady always wins the race. I like the schedule I set out. I like what we're going to do. We're going to stick to the plan. So, I want to make sure I reiterate this. If there is news, we'll cover it. But if not, we have to find other ways of entertaining you guys. You guys did always enjoy the movie review, so we'll do that. So since it is Halloween, we'll do a horror-themed movie. I'll just throw out 2 choices there, and then we'll see which one you guys want. So I'll probably just do it. I'll probably just do it on Twitter, honestly. I would personally always choose to watch The Thing because I think that's one of the best movies ever made. That's just my opinion, honestly. The movie's fucking great. Holy shit. Man, it's too good. God, quality. What else is there? Would Jaws count as a horror movie? It's not. It can't. It's rated PG.
So something can't be horror if it's PG?
I mean, Do you consider
Isn't technically Nightmare Before Christmas still technically like in the horror genre?
that'd be like, yeah, you were right. Oh yeah. This
I was
is
just asking.
you just want to
I
sing
wasn't
the
actually
"This
trying
Is
to push
Halloween"
anything at
song.
that particular moment.
No, you just want to sing the "This Is Halloween" song, don't you? That's what you want to do. Oh,
Dude,
my
I love
God.
every song from that thing.
Oh. So I'll ask you guys in the chat before we go. Which horror movie do you guys want us to watch? Poltergeist. Oh yeah, you're right. Because PG-13 didn't exist until like what? The 19 was for that. For what year it came into play? But yeah. Oh, how would no kids can't? Oh my goodness. I was thinking about this movie I used to watch horror movie. I watched the remake too. The original movie called Carrie. Oh, I don't think that movie coming out these days would make girls happy. It's basically a horror movie about a girl getting her period.
Why not? Carrie's a classic, man.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
like Carrie.
and Carrie too is really great. You really get to watch the assholes suffer.
I like those movies. I do. But could you imagine a movie like that coming out now? Oh my God, the men are they're making periods more mainstream. Oh my God.
It's not just the men. Like, everyone in the gymnasium pays. They set her up with the pig's blood, yo.
Mm-hmm.
John, what's up, buddy? Poltergeist was PG. I've never seen Poltergeist, actually. I've never seen it.
Oh my God. You don't know the Craig T. Nelson?
Oh, goodbye.
Dude, do yourself a favor. It is like the most hardcore PG out there. It's great.
MSK could start.
There's a mirror scene that you're going to love.
MSK could start talking about digging dingleberries out of buttholes, and Theo would remain chill.
Yeah.
If you got to clean out your girl, if your girl can't clean herself properly, you got to do it.
God damn.
I think Emily's right. I think Invasion of the Body Snatchers was PG in 73.
I never watched that either, honestly. My horror suggestion is that we watch an old Nightwing podcast episode.
Definitely not PG.
That
Definitely not PG.
That's not PG. I don't even think we can even have the dude. I don't think we can even watch those shows on YouTube's new freaking rules now. There's no way.
Faculty was like a remake of Body Snatchers, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Oh my God, we can watch.
They did their own thing, and they have Jon Stewart, the Jon Stewart, in there.
Plus, we can watch Tammy and the T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex, eh?
That's
your idea of a horror film? Okay.
That sounds like something maybe with an X in the rating, not a PG.
Is it T-Rex XX?
Gosh. What other movie is there? I mean, shark movies are considered horror movies too on the light scale. Would Sharknado, would you consider that? No, that's more of an action
comedy. Sharknado is a comedy.
Horror movie.
It's like a comedy horror movie. Yeah, that would kind of count, technically. A little bit. Yeah,
I think like
choice,
49 feet down or whatever the fuck that one was.
47 meters down. I saw them both. Yeah,
the cage. I think that
we
one's
can watch
horror.
You want to do that
really
for first one? Suspense, yeah. I think if you want to watch 47 meters down, I do it. I didn't have a channel talking about movies back then, and I really wanted to just say some things about it. Honestly, what else is there? Deep Blue Seas.
Seem really into shark movies.
Hey! I steer the ship around here. Oh.
You're the one talking about Deep Blue Sea. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, hello, Cool J. Honestly, if we watch the very first episodes, they're fairly tame. You can listen to them on Spotify. Yeah, even if I reboot the show, the Nightwing podcast and the Cloud9 podcast and the Iron Man podcast are all uploaded in order. So if you want to go back and watch our original Nightwing podcast that ran for 12 seasons, 269 episodes, you can. It's there.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Freak. I don't know. Yeah, it's a hard decision to pick one horror movie to watch. Maybe we'll just do some chill, like 47 meters down. Sure. Where the Wild Things Are is nightmare food for kids. Oh, I remember the trailers for those. The trailers for that movie were woo. Let's just call them crazy.
I never saw the movie. I just read the book.
Was the book horror related?
Children's book. Where the Wild Things Are is a children's book that like it's one of those books you learn to read. At least it was in the 90s.
I'm black. Do you think I read?
In the
80s? God.
And she's got a point. We remember the Nasquack incident.
Good God. Man, Bryce Dallas Howard needs to sit on my face. I still can't believe they CGI'd down her ass. That ass must have been fucking bouncy and juicy. Holy crap. They wasted CGI money on her ass. Not the dinosaurs, not the sets, her butt. Okay. All right. We can go to before we go. What's that guy's name? Dead Meat James. I haven't watched Dead Meat James in a while. Maybe we'll do a cheap one called Truth or Dare or some shit like that. I don't know, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
What's a real shit one we could watch?
Why are you going for shit ones?
Why not?
I'm just wondering what kind of movie you're looking for. You're kind of all over the place, and then you're doing sharks.
I never seen the Jordan Peele movies. I never watched Get Out. So we could watch Get Out.
Never have?
No, I never watched Get Out.
It's commentary on your culture. Yeah, you should watch that.
What's my culture, Gray? Would you like to elaborate more on that? The inward culture you love so much?
That isn't what I was saying, but watch the film, let understand.
Technically,
you wouldn't get it.
We're not watching Malignant, people. That's just awful. There's Orphan. There's Don't Breathe. Oh, Don't Breathe is so good. That's a great movie. We could watch The Purge. Okay, now I'm just fucking with you. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show. Tune back into the next one to see Tiny's cleavage on her AI profile picture.
Not just Tiny's.
Of her
MSK
being
guaranteed.
Of her being in the Leia cosplay from Star Wars. You know, she must have really dressed up as that back in the day. And if you did, send me pictures, please,
because
I would need to. But if you did, hypothetically, send me some pictures for the research. You know,
I never cosplayed as Leia. Sorry.
Dang it. Well, if you did in anything, just let me know, and I will personally look into it vividly and detailed for my cinema research. And I'll try to visit Tiny in San Diego. Every time I bring it up, she's like, "Well, you don't come and visit me." I said, okay, we'll try." Good Lord, I know.
Well, you're constantly you're constantly complaining that I don't give you food, I don't cook for you, I don't do anything for you when you're 2.5 hours away.
But those things are still
your
true.
delivery is off as well. She doesn't say like you never. She says you never visit me. Like it's different.
Oh God. Well, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show. Thank you guys for the support. It really does mean a lot. 10 more years. We'll see what happens, honestly. Quality content is coming and it will never be quantity. That was fucking terrible. I don't got a fucking saying, honestly. Just have a great night, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you guys back here. Okay, if you're just watching the panel shows, we'll be back here Saturday. But if you're here watching the shows for the one-on-ones, we'll have those for Thursday and Friday. But if you're just doing panel shows, we'll see you back here on Saturday. See you guys.